Yeah, welcome back to Ascending with Ashley. I'm Ashley. Here we go. Okay, we're gonna talk about a few things. My hair is flipping you off. I can't control it. Whatever. It is what it is. Who is that? Alfalfa? Oh, where is it? Oh, me. Okay. Anyway, all right. Let's talk about overcoming fear paralysis. Oh, messages from Gaia. We're gonna get messages from this planet, Earth. Because I know she's not a white supremacist, right? Gaia is on the side of Lamback because that means that she won't have to fight so hard to stay alive and keep all of us alive, okay? Within this talk, though, I also want to talk about Civil War and some alarming things I saw on the interweb yesterday. So, let's get messages from Gaia first. Get us going. I just ate pasta and now I feel like I need to roll up into the fetal position. Okay, liberation. Breaking free from negative attachment. Alright. Collective liberation is everything. Can you hear New Moon? We're watching New Moon over here. Anyway. Overcoming paralysis. We liberate. Okay. Breaking free from negative attachment. How do we break free from negative attachment? We integrate our own darkness and we realize that when we find that balance within us, nothing outside of us can have control over us. I mean, systemically, yeah, sure. If you haven't watched the collective convo about withstanding bodily harm and you are feeling intrigued to think about how you can overcome your shit. Why are you guys like under me? Hi. Alright. All the feelings are okay. Alright? You can feel however you feel right now. Hidden path. The marriage of spirit and matter. Oh, bitch. Love this shit. Oh, sorry. I gotta look down. This is from Gaia. That's exactly what we talked about in the withstanding bodily harm. I explained ways in which mind over matter and you can kind of leave your body at certain times, especially if you're being tortured, raped, whatever, feeling the need to get out. Really quick, let's talk about Civil War, because I think that's probably going to happen before America experiences World War III. Super fun, right? To-do list. Survive war. Okay. Civil War, I believe, is already happening. Yeah, I don't think one side is fighting, but I know for sure the white supremacist side is fighting, obviously. They were like, oh, okay, here we go. There has been a military declaration, so I like to follow all people on TikTok. I think it's very important to know what your enemies are doing and thinking. I came across a white person on my FYP yesterday who was videotaping ICE, and they said, oh, I've called ICE at least 20 times today. What? So, need you to understand that ICE isn't just out and about. They are being told where to go by people on the Trump side of things. Also, there is a Trump military declaration in which these QAnoners got marching orders. Not just QAnoners, white supremacists got marching orders to be out about, spread fear, call ICE, call the police, whatnot. So they are already in a state of warfare. Remember, we talked about militias a while ago. Yeah, there's definitely militias on that side of things. So while it's great that everyone is teaching everyone how to use a t-shirt to cover their face and talking in code about cute winter boots being used for revolt and uprising, it's not going to cut it. they're already there. Okay, they're already doing this shit. So, what we're not going to do is get paralyzed in fear, okay? But what we do need to do is acknowledge what the fuck is actually happening. It's not just him signing these things into law. This is an organized effort for war. We are in war in our own country. I think we have been for a long time. We know that white supremacists like to carry out public shootings, mass shootings. That has been a declaration of war, but people don't see it as that because of the way we have thought about war. Now, I said earlier, the way to eradicate war is to be completely raw within yourself. It's also to fight, fight back. It's not just to do your shadow work and, you know, stay inside, which I stay inside. I'm a single mom, right? There's lots of things that we can still continue to do, though. All right? So, we're not going to let fear rule Hunger Games, Rue, when they killed Rue. That set off the revolt. Interesting. Thank you. Intuitive communication. Trust what you are given. Silent whispers of the heart. All right? About your own path, about your own moves, about the way you want to show up for liberation. Right? This is what we're fighting for. Okay? This can also speak to the ways in which we lay low and organize and build alongside, right? We talked about laws of, or rules of revolution. Is that collective coffee the other day? There are very many roles. Two of the roles I left out are farming and gardening. I couldn't believe I left those out. Those are very important roles. But anyway, all that to say is, as we need to be as organized as these motherfuckers are, which we're not, because everyone wants to bitch about political correctness on this side. Remember, we have a common enemy, all right? We might not all do things the same way. We're not supposed to, but we do have a common enemy. So, in the very least, embody that, because I don't know, the political correctness is how they've kept us apart. So, you might not like the way someone does something. You might not like the way, you know, I'm offended, whatever. We have bigger fish to fry, my friends. We are up against global white supremacy and Zionism, okay? It doesn't matter if you like the way someone says something or if they offend you. Get the fuck over it. Put your fucking combat boots on. Stand up and fight back. Eternal love, happiness, harmony, and fulfillment. All right? Love is at the center of our movement. Don't forget. Ganesha. Ganesha? Ganesha? Am I saying that right? Clearing away obstacles, protection, and guidance. Call on whoever it is you believe in, whatever gods, goddesses, Tinkerbells, imaginary things. I don't care. Whatever you believe in, call on them to protect you and others. It doesn't matter if we don't agree. We have a common enemy. All right? I need us to understand that. That's how we're going to overcome fear paralysis. And fear paralysis is also fed by the movement. I couldn't believe, when I was in LA, I couldn't believe how segregated the movement was. I was like, man, we're all here trying to achieve the same goal, but we get hung up on the way people do things different, or, you know, how far along someone is in their decolonization. It doesn't matter. We have a common enemy. Okay? Yeah, I mean, sure. Those personal journeys are each their own, and yes, it's important to be doing that work. However, when someone shows up with their fucking heart in the right place, being like, fuck these Nazis, we're gonna send them away and be like, you offended me by the way you said that. I don't like your patch. Man, get the fuck over this shit, alright? The message. Positive news, positive outcome, alright? We're not there yet. Alright, let me see what else. How long? 10 minutes? Okay, let's get some medicines. Medicines. Recognize that your oppression is interconnected with others' oppression. All of us who have marginalized identities, I don't care if you're gay, I don't care what color your skin is, I don't care what religion you have outside of Christianity, whatever it is, disabilities. We need to get out of a victim mentality, and keeping a victim mentality towards each other when we're trying to build is not going to counteract militias who have been practicing and organizing and waiting for this moment for at least a decade, right? The moon, Lady Moon, gives you the keys to mystery, the other feminine power. Femininity is the darkness, right? Femininity is the sacred rage, the insurer of human life. Not even just human life, the insurer of life, right? Feminine energy is nurturing, protective, right? We embody that. If you would like to embody divine feminine energy, we're doing that in the Embodying Divine Feminine Energy segment. Start with yesterday. That was Lilith. That's an important place. All right. Spirit of the earth, have faith that you are supported. Gaia literally showed up. This is the Gaia Oracle. Gaia is the name of the planet Earth, and she showed up. All right. So make sure, if you are a Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus, you have Earth energy. Part of what you can do is support the grounding of the collective by utilizing your own vessel and grounding yourself. Talk about grounding a lot. Really grounding in the truth and knowing of we have a common enemy. I like this. Anyway. All potentialities. I open the dance of synchronicities. Because our side of the fight is more diverse, people have a hard time, if they haven't done their own work, right? Recognizing unity, okay? That's something that this country has always... my heart is beating really weird right here. Did you guys see that? All potentialities. Open to the dance and synchronicity. Uh-oh, tiny humans coming. We're gonna have to finish. The art of rituals. Practice rituals to enchant your life. Absolutely. Once again, like always, think of the end of Return of the King of Lord of the Rings. If you haven't seen it, just Google search the end when the ghost army shows up. Right? All of us who are on this diverse side, remember that the other side, Christianity, Zionism, okay, evangelicalism, whatever, white supremacy, ultimately. They don't like diversity. Us being the side of the diverse really get in our own way when we have our own struggles and things to continue to decolonize from. Don't get in the camera. I don't want you in the camera. Go over there. No. Move your booty ball. Okay, here. If you give a kid a cookie, he will need water. I just gave him water. Okay. Anyway, that's why we talk about doing our own work all the time, because we have our own things to make sure that we recognize each other as part of the same team. Because, like, what the fuck? I understand how infiltration has worked in the past. This doesn't mean, let your guard down and trust everybody. But it does mean, again, when someone shows up with a heart wanting to fight, ask them their skills, ask them, figure out your own skills, figure out your own things. But, like, if we're actually on a community-based level of, like, protests are great, but protests are not gonna win this fight. We're in a long haul, okay? This is a civil war. This is longer than let's all show up on January 29th, which I'm pretty sure is the day that they're organizing the big protests. the winter boots and everyone's practicing covering their face. Anyway, your children on earth and in heaven are happy and well and cared for by God and the angels. Not really, but okay. So anyway, I hope this helps. Don't allow fear to paralyze you. If you start to feel that fear creeping in, do something to transmute it. Move your body, cry, scream, move the energy with doing something physical. All right, get out of your motherfucking head. All right, Rochelle, as you honor and follow the guidance of your heart, prosperity is coming for you now. Did I ever finish the part about the Lord of the Rings? Remember that we have all of the angels, we have divinity on our side. This is a spiritual war. It is good against evil, because there's nothing good about wanting to whitewash the world. This is like the third time this world war has happened. White supremacy needs to go away. If you're a white person, you have to do that work within you to make sure that your embedded white supremacy also goes away. Most of that was subconscious, trust me. That's what the daily decolonizing and introspection playlist is for. Sonia, I bring you a message from your deceased loved one. I am happy, at peace. I love you very much. Please don't worry about me. So you have folks on the other side you can call on to also support your movement, work, your inner work, your healing, whatever it is that is keeping you in a space of paralysis, okay? Analysis paralysis. Thanks for showing up, Michael. Archangel Michael, I am with you, giving you the courage to make life changes that will help you work with your divine life purposes. All right? Archangel Michael is a badass with a blade, much like myself. That's my weapon of choice. Bloody. Anyway, call on anyone that you have connections with in the other realms to support you. Be open to comrades. Be aware of infiltration. If someone new enters your grassroots organization and they want to support or help, don't give them the fucking booklet to everything. Point blank, period. But watch them, allow them in. Infiltration's a very real thing. It's not, the Black Panthers got infiltrated, right? I won't really worry about infiltration. We're really not organized enough to have infiltrates. But yeah, we are in a civil war in the very least. If you want, go on Trump's side of TikTok. Don't get stuck in fear, though. Come back to, kitten TikTok or something that, but I mean, it's the reality. The reality is that these motherfuckers are considering themselves at war, and they are armed, dangerous, fucking crazy, delusional, and ugly with tiny dicks. So, have a good one.